So as far as the third world aristocrat video from today goes, I gotta say, huge win for the toe and a stroke of genius on my part.
Mr. Radio Voice, he's doing his shows. He's roasting some ass and he's picking his nose. He speaks like a pro on the Steel Toe Show. He's making a mess and everyone knows. Ready or not, he already came. April is a hoe and she's snorting for fame. Another win for the toe. Win for the toe. He spilled the beans.
Home run, Jefferson. Go to break.
He's rooting for rage as he gets her thrice. Another win for the toe. Win for the toe. He had a felony charge, but he's gonna walk. He's got a big mouth and he talks the talk. Another win for the toe. Win for the toe. He's always a guest with Alex Stein. He's making a wish. He's taking his time. Another win for the toe. Win for the toe. Oh, hip hop dippity dap to the wop 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 wop. Hong dong whittle dangle wang. Oh, he sang dooley mama splatting your hat. Do the poot cakes.
Good evening, boys and girls, and welcome to the Steel Toe Nighttime Show. It's the last one of the week. Look at us all perfect and shit. Look at you guys carrying the load.
Dippity dap to the wop 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 wop. Hong dong whittle dangle wang.
Oh.
Sang dooley mama splatting your hat.
I gotta say, huge win for the toe.
Do the poot cakes.
Well, guys, it is going to be an incredible night. We've got a lot to talk about. We'll be a little free range as well. You guys like to take things over a little bit, and I'm more than okay with that. I'm comfortable with giving up the control. Yeah, we're washed out. This is not what color this shirt is. It's a little darker than this. I got to figure out which one of these lights is going to stay and where it's going to go. And then we're going to stop making me so goddamn bright all the time. Oh my God, what a day. It was beautiful. You had to get out. If you were inside all day, clicking around on your phone, fucking around on the internet, you wasted your life. You wasted time that you'll never get back. It's tragic. It's very sad, and I'm being very blunt with you. But that's the only way the messaging's going to get through. Me, went to the gym after the show, fucked up my shoulder. Nothing a little golf couldn't fix. I was done at the gym, but I felt like I still had quite a bit of energy. I'm telling you, that 16-hour fasting thing, love it. Cannot endorse it enough. While I was sitting down here prepping the show, I ate my last thing for the day. Not going to tell you what it was. Pita chips and some street corn salsa. But look, the point is, it was the last thing of the day. Now we're done for a while. I feel great. And no reason to eat late at night. No reason. No reason to eat before the show, too. Lots of energy. I don't feel like taking a nap, nothing like that. So after the gym today, I had all this energy figuring out what the hell to do. It's going to be 70 degrees out there. I thought 18 holes. Not sex. Golf. Just as fun. And I'm equally as bad at it. Went to Blackberry Ridge. You know what my goal is this year. You know I'm trying to break 90. It was, oh man, it did start well. It started really, really well. First hole, boom, crushed it right down the fairway, right in front of the little ravine pond thing on the first hole. Took out my pitching wedge, and it was very windy out. Busted my pitching wedge, straight on with the pin, left it a little short. Chipped it up, nice and close. One putt, boom. We start off with a par. We're scratch for the round. Next hole, boom, bust the driver. Kept it nice and low, line drive, so it would stay out of that wind. Right down Broadway. Second shot, 7-iron, bust it. Boom. Little bit short of the green again. Chipped it up. On in 3. First putt. Just left it short. Tapped it in. We've got ourselves a 5. We're looking pretty good. The chipping fell apart a little bit in the middle. The middle of the front 9 was not good. Ended up with a 51. Oh, there goes breaking 90 today. But hey, breaking 100, that's fine. Back 9, I did not hit a lot of good shots on the back 9, but the scores were good. I'd shank a drive off into the tall grass, but I'd hit a nice shot right next to the green, chip that on 2-putt. A lot of 5s, couple of 6s, couple of 3s, couple of pars on a par 3. All in all, back 9 shot like a 46 or a 47, like a 97, 98 round. Not bad at all. Pretty happy with it. But that elusive 90, still a ways away. There was something kind of nice about going into the back 9 knowing that there was no fucking chance. Like there was absolutely no way that I was going to get anywhere close. Like after the front 9, I'm like, all right, let's break 100 and not embarrass ourselves today. And let's just try to improve on that first one. Fair enough. And we did. We did. Let's go to, Ryobi says the casino starts at 8:30. That's good. We're done at 8:30 Central Time. Mwah. Perfect. So in honor of the boys, let's fucking go.
Oh, buddy.
What? Syndicate says, you sure Aaron is getting as fat as PPP? That's just simply not true. The weight is coming down, not out. By the way, new golf shirt. It's a large. Be jealous. For those of you saying that I'd outgrown 2Xs. Wives maybe, but not shirts. Have outgrown 2X wives, but this one, very comfortable. SP got me this one. Very, very comfortable. Loved being out in it. I look like a dreamboat. You don't even have to tell me. I know. So look, man, beautiful day. A little windy. I put some shots up into the air that really just fucking took off on me. There was a par 3. I'm like, 9-iron will do the job. I hung that 9-iron up in the air and it took it off to the right. But all in all, great day. Lots of fun. Let's do our last evening show of the week and let's have a good time, Ash. Should we have a gay old time? Let's have a gay old time. Nobody has a gay old time anymore. Silver Wolf, thank you for the $2. Says sent you my address, and you, sir, will be getting a Randy Rothstein bobblehead. Loaded Wrench with $2 says a guy saw you break a rake and throw it into the woods. I didn't break it. I was testing its durability. And then I placed it in the woods because it's made of wood, and I thought it should be with its family. By the way, speaking of rakes, I hit a tee shot into a sand trap. Took my 6-iron into the sand trap, by the way. Busted it, blasted it out. One of the best sand shots I've ever hit. But after you're done, you got to rake the sand. You got to clean up after yourself. I didn't know that the handles on their rakes were fiberglass. And like when you pick something up and then you slide your hand down it? Like I picked it up at the grip and then my right hand needed to go down. So I just went, shoop. That's not going to be a good, God damn it. I shouldn't have made that motion. Anyway, I slid my hand down the grip, and now I can feel still a couple of fiberglass chunks in my hand. That is not fun. I washed most of it out. I showered just before the show. I got most of the fiberglass out, but I can feel a couple little chunks in there. Not nice. Not good. I don't like it. All right, let's get into it. Let's do some things. L Train says, let's take the gloves off. Ooh, fun. What are we taking the gloves off about? On the traitorous duo of Keanu and Gino. Oh, boy. I'll listen. What do you got? I'm still pissed for their whole we just told the truth nonsense. Now, look. I have seen the discovery. I have seen the interviews. I really don't think that, first of all, Gino didn't do anything wrong. He really didn't. Gino's story has been consistent the entire time. He supported his wife. Keanu and I, first of all, you guys aren't privy to every conversation I have. In fact, you're not privy to most conversations I have. In fact, what you're seeing now is the character, the performer. Keanu and I have straightened everything out. Keanu has admitted that, she was lied to by, both people, April and Nick. She was lied to. She was manipulated. She was told things that weren't true. And she feels bad about that. And she's apologized, and I've apologized for putting her in that position. So I will say this, guys. You're more than allowed to have your own opinion. And this seems boring because we've gone over it so many times. But you don't have to convince me that you're right. You don't have to go, Aaron, I need you to feel the way I do. I just have a different experience than you. People make mistakes, and you have to give people the grace when they ask for it to improve. And then you hope that they give you that same grace when you try to improve. That's what it is. $1 from Honky says, for Aaron, Nick gives a 15-page long report to the cops. For LawTube, Nick gives a curt response. Yeah, I saw that. Boy, Kurt really made the boy crash out. He didn't even do any trial coverage today. He just seethed at Kurt for an entire day. I can't imagine. While I'm off at the gym and playing golf and enjoying the beautiful day, I couldn't imagine yelling about Kurt. And why? Because Nick broke the rules. He used the name, image, and likeness of Kurt without Kurt's written permission, and Kurt made him take it down. Kurt said, bitch, take that down. You don't have my permission. And like a good bitch, he took it down, as he should have. Kurt cucked him, as he should have. And he should be used to it. It's not a new feeling. And I guess, I don't know. It's some other people sound like they're really upset about it. They might take some action as well. People have asked me if I will. I don't know, man. I'm going to put Melton and Nick on the fucking bread line if I take mine away. Let me just say this. I don't consent to them using my name, image, and likeness or that of my daughter. And let's just say I have that card in my hands if ever I should feel the need to play it. I know that when I tell Scott probably won't be very happy about it. I don't foresee myself doing anything, but I certainly wouldn't discourage other people who may be upset about it from taking any kind of action. I'm just trying to be a good friend. That's all. Let's go to Sam Show says, but Aaron, Nick was using those super tips to give himself friends. That's true. Landers says, Nick misses Aaron's meat. It's both frightening and fascinating. The man's a case study. I'll give him that. He's a case study. Chevmatic with $1 says, you used the other end of the rake for something else, didn't you? No, not if it's fiberglass. That would, well, no, I wouldn't stick a rake up my ass regardless. Silverwolf with $2 says, where is Coltrane's wrench? No peace till wrench. Give Coltrane a wrench, or I'll give Coltrane a wrench. Whatever. I'll hit you with a wrench for asking. Thank you guys very much for throwing in a few bucks. 180 is the number for tonight. You know how it works. Everybody say it together. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, gifted memberships. We're still right around 500 on YouTube, and we're about 15 away again. We had a few expirations from 400 on Rumble. Hopefully we can keep those right above there. That 180 represents the last goal of the evening shows for the week. That's right. We are all caught up. The morning show went way over today. We are 2 shows away from perfect. So if you feel like throwing in, that's fantastic. If not, hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow. Those likes and subscribes and shares are huge. I appreciate them. Julius with $2 says, Julius says, Kurt cucked Nick, huh? You would know all about that. Well, I've been in Kurt's spot before. What are you going to do? Look, man, I don't think Kurt did anything wrong. I think Nick's just pissy pants, baby boy seething. I think that's all it is. I mean, imagine that. You're like, I want to use this guy's likeness. I can't make money on my own. I need this guy's name, image, and likeness and voice in order to make $1. And then that guy goes, how about fuck you? And then you go, you're a bitch. You're a bitch. Sorry you're going to miss. Sorry you can't pay for a couple piano lessons now because Kurt made you his bitch. I'm sorry, but from what I hear, he's not going to be the last one. So enjoy and make sure you do it sober. I know you're maybe taking one too many of those Adderalls now. You don't want to get a new dependency. That can be nasty business. Just because it says Pfizer on the bottle doesn't mean that you're free and clear. Be very careful, young man. You do not have a good history of controlling your substances. Don't make us raise our voice. All right, let's get into things. Remember Karmic X? Karmic X was a guy that we discovered. We just kind of found him. He was yelling and screaming about something. One of our fans said, you got to check this guy out. So we checked out Karmic X, and I thought he was hilarious. He's just yelling and screaming and crying and whatever. And about like nobody's about fucking, what was it? Pat Dixon, right? So then I'm like, well, why don't we have this guy on our show like 5 minutes a day? And then for that 5 minutes a day, he can just ramble on and I'll ask a couple follow-up questions and then he can go back and do what he does. We watched a few subsequent videos and they got more and more boring. They weren't very good. And I critiqued them. Now, apparently this got back to Karmic X. He has responded. Thank you to Decline Host for sending this to me. He's not happy with the toe. And, I got to be honest, what I'm about to show you guys really hurts my feelings. Of all things, I never thought my new buddy Karmic X would turn on me. It's really going to make me take a long, hard look in the mirror. Before we get to it, Numero Uno with $1 says, what's the path towards squashing this Will Herron beef? The Will Herron beef is squashed. We beat him. We crushed him. We embarrassed him. Imagine coming to a grown man on your hands and knees and going, please let me on your show and diffuse this thing. And then having to seethe about it on, what was it? On a show with like 20 people watching. Oh, so I don't know, Numero Uno. Don't lose sleep over it, buddy. In my opinion, the beef is squashed. Another win for the toe. He can go, there's got to be like some kind of swamp rat that escaped the bayou. He can go report on that, making $35,000 a year. He'll be aces. He'll be fine. CJ with $2 says, how'd you mourn the 80th anniversary today, Kraut? Is today the day that the Reich fell? The Reich didn't fall. It just regrouped. I mourned by hitting the golf course. That's how I mourned. Mazzy Bad Mom Tuna. I don't know what that means. With $1.99 says, Aaron, when is your sentencing? That $50 wasn't a fine. Oh, yeah, that's the new cope that they have. They can't read. Their new cope is, oh, no, the $50 is administrative cost. That's not a fine. It's a $50 fine, guys. I would know. I signed the paperwork. It's right there. $50 fine. I shouldn't have to be the ones comforting you. Maybe next time, don't take advice from retarded ladies who pretend they know what they're talking about, but are really just crossing their fingers and wishing it were so. Maybe if you didn't listen to fan fiction that I constantly debunked and you listened to the smarter guy, maybe you wouldn't have to come to me and go, please, Aaron, please tell me that wasn't fine. It was, sweetheart. But you'll be okay. $1 from Numero Uno Josh Denny fan says, I am requesting a Will Herron detente. I have a detente with Will Herron, the same one that the Allies had over Nazi Germany or Imperial Japan. I have the detente. I don't know why you think there's this feud. I'll tell you this. I think Will's an interesting cow with horse teeth, which is ironic. But I think once you come to a guy's DMs and you go, please let me on your show, I'm really scared and worried. And then you have to make up a lie that guy emailed your boss because you're so humiliated. I think that's the end of the line. I think we're good. Grape Ape with $2 says, so the whole thing cost you $10,050. Oh, my God. No, not $10,000. Jesus Christ. Chevmatic, thank you very much for the gifted membership. That one's going to Ryobi, pass it along. Thank you very much. 170 away from today. Thank you guys very much. Miss Tay says, fuck that donkey teeth Baldo washer. Boy, Nick dropped Will flat, too, when he didn't need him to be his propagandist anymore. Oh, I'd feel so dirty if I were Will. That's the thing. There is a detente because I really feel bad for Will. Because imagine how dirty you are. I mean, there's metaphorical jizz in your ass because you just got used as a fuck sleeve and then abandoned as soon as you weren't needed. Like, you carried all that water. You told all those lies. You sullied your soul. And for what? Did you think you were getting an invite? He can't drink anyway. You'd be bored to tears, Will. Bored to tears. Buffalo, mostly from the withdrawals. Buffalo Jockey with $2 says, boomers spend way too much time talking about their online haters and who's coping. I can't help it if it's the facts. What am I supposed to do? All right, guys, let's get into it. Let's do this Karmic X thing. I want you to watch this with me and just tell me if maybe there's still a window of opportunity for old Karmic and I to maybe do some work together. To me, I think there's still a chance at a collaboration. So he's still wearing his goddamn Andrew Dice Clay outfit. All right, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Talking to 24 people, they're having a little coffee clutch discussion, and Steel Toe comes up. Now, remember, I said that Karmic X should come on this show for 5 minutes and just rant and rave and vent and lose his mind. I think it would be remarkably entertaining. And that upset Karmic X. Does he not know that he's a buffoon that people just watch to watch him rant and rave and lose his shit? That's all I want. I just want what everybody else gets. I was even willing to pay for the service. But he heard about that, and I guess he thinks he's some kind of fucking, hot commodity, I guess. Somebody said he was on MLC and he was very boring. I think with the right host, I think with the right person, we can bring that magic out of Karmic X. But here's what he had to say about the toe, and I'll be honest with you, it hurt my feelings.
But yeah, Steel Toe, if you're going to comment on my stupid fucking rant, start at the beginning, you dumb fuck.
First of all, I'm not going to argue the dumb fuck part. Let's not split hairs. Stupid fucking rant, I agree with you. So far, I think we've got a lot of common ground. Karmic, I'm going to tell you this, and I mean this with all due respect. To start at the beginning of your rant is to not know when to start. Your rants, how do I say this? They're very cyclical. They're like a merry-go-round. They kind of just, they just kind of cover the same ground over and over at different volume levels and different amounts of screeching. So, no offense, but I feel like I gathered the general consensus, like the general idea of what you were trying to say in the amount of time we played it. I don't really think it was necessary to play it from the beginning because the beginning of your rants, again, they kind of restart every 90 seconds. So I feel like everybody got what they needed.
I mean, really. Start at the beginning of the stupid fucking clip instead of...
See? I could have started this one at 14 seconds. You just said the same thing. I could have started it at 0 or 14 seconds. I still would have gotten the general idea of what you're trying to say. You're proving my point.
Halfway and act like you're a radio DJ who has all the answers. Oh.
In fairness, I do have all the answers. I mean, I get it. The people who are against me are borderline mentally retarded, so it's not that difficult. I do shoot fish in a barrel. That's totally fair. My level of competition is very, very low. But I'm pretty spot fucking on with my analysis. In fact, there is no better analysis. Why do you think I rub so many people the wrong way? I fucking got it. But anyway, go ahead.
Oh my god, he's acting like this. You don't know shit, Steel.
How am I acting? Hold on, I want to see that impression one more time. How am I? I want to see how I'm acting.
My god, he's acting like this. You don't.
Hold on. I believe this Karmic X is a retard. But no, I don't think that's how I do it.
Don't know shit, Steel Toe. You just don't. You're just an assumer.
An assumer? All right, look, fuckstick. I've been called a lot of things before. Arrogant, smug, conceited, shitty, bastard, asshole, cunt face, dick licker, sperm eater. Look, these are just a few. The point is I've been called a lot of names. But assumer? Let me tell you something. When you call me an assumer, you make an ass out of you and Myrrh. Thank you very much.
Just to fill the void, I know your fucking type.
Uh-oh. You're right. I'm not the type who wears zipper jackets and shades inside while sitting on his grandpa's lazy boy in front of some kind of disco scene. He really is. He's got like, his whole vibe is like Andrew Dice Clay in grandpa's chair in a discotheque. It's very, there's multiple formats going on here, and I just don't quite understand it. I'm expecting Molly and flash dancing.
I'm a live DJ. You're a studio DJ.
Is that what studios? He's a live DJ. I'm a studio DJ. And so live DJs do this. Like they're on the ones and twos doing their thing, right? Studio DJs go, wait, the guy's good at impressions. I swear to God, you'd think it was the real person. Let's go ahead and see again. How does that studio DJ impression go? And by the way, my offer for him to be on the show still stands. I know that he's trying to do that like his guard is up thing, pushing me away with both hands. Karmic, don't worry. I've known enough gals. I know this is just a defense mechanism. I know you've been hurt before by Pat Dixon. And I mean, a lot of people have been hurt by Pat Dixon. Gino, his girlfriends. It happens. You're safe with me, buddy. I'm not going to hurt you like the rest of them did. Because I'm a studio DJ. All right, let's. I need to see the impression of me again.
Studio DJ.
So what do I need to start incorporating into my bit? I need and I think I can do it.
Now the live DJ is coming into the studio mold, and it's a fucking ravenous fucking beast.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, the ravenous fucking beast, Karmic X. It's a ravenous fucking beast, you guys. I don't know what we're going to do. This is actually my fault. I should have come correct. I thought I was just dealing with some guy ranting and raving in a Michael Jackson Beat It jacket, but apparently it was a ravenous beast. I did not know that. I did not give the proper respect, and Karmic, that's on me.
That you're looking at. How many times do I have to say that I'm a fucking piece of shit?
Probably just once. I think we all kind of got the vibe of what you're doing. I mean, one time is probably good enough. You know what, though? I will give him this. He does one thing that I don't do that I have to incorporate more. When he's got a giant booger in one of his nostrils, he leans right into the mic and sucks it back up. I don't do that enough, and I do want to apologize to the audience for it. Oh, my God. I mean, that was aggressive. I feel like he was doing that at me. I mean, boogers, I mean, you got a pretty big rock just right in your nostril hanging in there. If I can hear it hit your septum and then go up, like a fucking bank teller window, you take the canister and it just... Oh my, I heard it rattle.
Don't quote that one. Don't clip that motherfucking line. Shit.
That's a good way to end it. Great dismount. I agree. Oh, shit. So, look, I know a lot of you see that clip and you say, Aaron, I don't think this Karmic X thing is going to happen. And I say, en contraire, I think we've got this thing. I think he's still going to be on the show. I still think he's going to come in here and he's going to have a great time with us. We're all going to have fun. Honky says Karmic X is a mixture of Opie, Mersh, and Tweak from South Park. Guys, let's be nice, okay? Because I think we still got a chance with this kid. I really do. And he's gold. Triple N says, you were the one gassing him up. I'm still gassing him up. I'm trying to help this fucking guy. Tridio with $2. Says, did you hear about tomorrow? It's going to be May. Is it? Is it? Mazzy's Bad Mom Tuna with $2 says, Aaron, you have 2 criminal convictions. How are you winning? I don't know. You guys keep making me a winner. I never said I was. You guys just keep saying the opposite of everything that happens. I tell you what's going to happen. It happens. It's not so much that I'm winning, it's that you're remarkably easy to beat. Why are you angry with me? You got it wrong. I told you what the right answer was, and you're mad at me that you failed your exam. I'm like the teacher who gave you the answer sheet, and you said, this teacher's full of shit. And when all the answers came back and matched the answer key, you got mad that I got an A and you failed. I don't know what to tell you. Honky with $1 says, Will Heron deserves a Carthaginian piece. He overplayed his hand. Will is the reverse deep throat. Well, Nick stuck it in him pretty far. He had his fucking hand so far up Will Heron's ass that I couldn't tell who was talking most of the time. A journo passing deets to non-journos to hurt his enemy. Is this the quality of employee Jim Parker hires? Look, I've never spoken to Jim Parker. I don't know Jim Parker. All I know about Jim Parker is what Will Heron has said about Jim Parker on stream. Will Heron has said that Jim Parker's a drunk. The only reason Will has a job is because Will drinks with Jim Parker. I would never say that about Jim Parker. I don't know the fucking guy. I just know that's what his employee Will Heron has said about him. That's all I know. Carthaginian piece. I'm pretty sure that we salted the earth so that nothing grows for 100 years with old Will. I mean, he's on a stream with what, Stooley Buckaroo or something like that. It's like Stooley. I think it's Stooley Buckaroo. He was on with a guy, and Stooley Buckaroo and him were mad at me for. I don't even. That's the craziest thing about doing this. You know you're doing a good job when people you've never heard of are talking about you as though they're your neighbor. Is it parasocial? Yes, pretty parasocial. Haley and Jackie, listen to them Wednesdays at 10 o'clock. Is it parasocial? Is it stalkery like those girls? Sure it is. But, you know, it's kind of like the people at the blackjack table that are down like thousands of dollars and can't walk away. I'm just the dealer. I'm not going to I got a job to do. Numero uno with $1 says, never heard of this Tridio guy. I'm going to bang him for being lame. Oh, shit. Numero uno with another $1 says, okay, checked Tridio's comment history, and he pays enough to be lame. But watch it, pal. Uh-oh, numero uno's on a fucking warpath tonight. Hey, numero uno, why don't you just throw in about 165 instead of doing it one at a time, and you can own the chat for the night. I just figure if he's drinking, I got a shot. Das Optic Nerve with $1 says, you should get some keys to that closet door that's in your way. Oh, hey, let me in. I want to get out of this closet. Let me out of the closet. I'd like to get out of the closet, please. No luck. No luck. What can you do? All right. Thank you guys very much. I'm glad numero uno's here. Dude, honestly, it's not a Wednesday evening show if numero uno Josh Denny fan isn't here. Because, like, Wednesday night shows, we don't do nearly as many topics and stories or anything like that because he's just in here $1 at a time, fucking around. I love the guy. Papa Shab says, Will is always too excited to talk about you. He gets all giddy and looks like a fat girl who has a crush on you. Is he not? Is he? I mean, he is pretty much a fat, drunk girl with bovine teeth who has a crush on me. I think that's pretty accurate. Chad Buzamok says, hey, I didn't get my rent you promised if I apologized, which I did. Did you apologize publicly on Twitter? Tag me in it. I said you could be a mod if you apologize to me publicly. The apology has to be as loud as the disrespect. As soon as I see that tweet apologizing, you are right. I will make you a mod, my man. I will make you a mod. Oh, boy. I'm excited to see that. New Tridio with $2 says, by the way, put my $2 towards Steven. Hi, numero uno. Oh, shit. Well, Steven's going to get a couple of bucks then. Steven's at 157, Redbird's at 145, Orange Boy at a hundo, and Sanford's son at a hundo. Thanks, boys and girls. Loaded Wrench with $5 says this is what YouTube sees. YouTube sees when Aaron is on.
Good start. It's a good start.
It's a great start.
Yeah, it's the first win. But that we can claim to be completely original, which excites me, which puts me in the zone of winning. I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. Now what? Let's just do it. Let's meet this thing head on. And you were in it to win it. Talk about an education. And then like this, and then that's the guy, and he's our dad, and we can get all the answers and the truth. Wow, winning.
Yeah, you know what? I'm the Charlie Sheen of this whole thing. Fair enough. Thank you, Loaded Wrench. Numero uno, Josh Denny fan with $1 says, I am a Will Heron fan. He believes in Will Heron. He believes in Will. Will Heron does the spin around like Joe Hendry, only it takes him a little bit longer. It's more of like Neptune's rotation, more so than Mercury's. It might take a minute. 155 away from tonight. Thank you guys very much. Keep it going. Buck or two at a time's working out. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. Buzamok says it was as public as the calling it out. I did both on the show, and you said you accepted. It's all good. Don't be a chicken shit. The only reason I let you run your game with me and I have fun with it is because I see you as consistent. I think you've got a compass. Now point that compass true north, bend over, and take it up the fucking tailpipe because you listened to retards instead of the person who's always right. Go ahead. Tweet it now. I'll even make you a deal. You can delete the tweet at the end of the show. But I want the tweet. I want it, what do you call it? I want to be tagged in it so I can retweet it and then clip it before you delete it. And then I'll make you a mod. Chad Buzamok. Fair is fair. Justin Kemple with $1.99 says, if I was a mod, I'd ban every single user in the chat. Well, then you're not going to be a mod. Lander says, so Will got AIDS because Nick cream pied him? Is this correct, Aaron? I don't have any evidence directly that it happened, but if I were to make an educated guess and I were a betting man, I would say that's a good possibility. Chad Buzamok says, why does every attack always have to be gay? Because I have a problem, all right? I'm overcompensating. Sorry. I apologize. Honky says Tony Soprano killed Ralph Cifaretto over Will. No, that was Pyomai. It was a horse. It wasn't Will Heron. I can understand where you make the misunderstanding, but no, I'm sorry, Honky. That was a horse named Pyomai. It was not Will Heron that Tony killed Ralph over. All right? Just so we have that straight. McBuster says, I thought it was over Chrissy, a.k.a. Pyomare. No, it was Pyomai, not Pyomare. God damn, I love Wednesday shows. Rusty Grammer says, I'll ban that gay F word for trying to exercise his non-authority. Me and Bowles have it covered. Jesus Christ, all right. All right. $10 from Sneed Dave Williams. God bless Sneed Dave. He says, lots of interesting squealing coming out of Columbia today. Looking forward to the next MN Public Records drop. Do you know something we don't know, Mr. Sneed Dave? Are you privy to information that I don't know about? Huh. I'm interested. I'm fascinated. Color this girl interested. Vikings 18 becoming a Baby Boot member over on YouTube. Thank you very much. Gifted memberships are cool. Becoming a member is cool. Tomorrow, we're going to have a members-only show, and we're going to do it right after the morning show. No, you know what? Fuck me. That was wrong. We're going to go on at noon, not right after the morning show. We're going to go on at noon, and we're going to do a members-only show Thursday at noon, I promise. You know, this is how you know that you're raising a good kid. You know, I gave my children the toy wrestling ring that my grandfather built me and all of my wrestling action figures. And I gave the kids some more. I bought them some more wrestling action figures. This is my oldest. She just texted me and said, "Do we have a Randy Orton?" No, but we will soon. I get to go on Amazon today and I get to order a Randy Orton action figure. I'm so fucking pumped, dude. I'm just really excited. Numero uno with $1 says, "Have you mailed Jules merch yet?" I was going to ask you about this. Red Bar had a show this week. Did he open the merch on it? I'm guessing because you're asking this, he didn't. It's got to be there by now. It's been a couple weeks. It's got to be there. Damn it. Aboliticious gifting a membership on Rumble. Thank you very much, buddy. 140 away from tonight. Thank you very much. You buy your children action figures. Why not guns or heroin like a real man? Well, I knew a guy who got his favorite kid cocaine, but that's a little too hardcore for me. I'm kind of a pussy. I'm a bit of a prude in that sense. I don't believe in like dosing or microdosing my children or anything like that. So I don't do that. I buy them wrestling action figures instead because I'm a gay F word. Kloppo Graham says they don't have a Randy Orton, but they have a Randy Daddy. There's something about the context in which you said that creeps me out a little bit, but I understand what you were going for, and that interpretation's on me. It's on me. Chad Buzamok says, couple years. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Aaron is going to buy 2 Randy Ortons, says 09 Canyon. Make the kids share and one for himself. That is a great fucking plan, actually. Numero uno, Josh Denny fan says, Jules said she is very much anticipating it. They use a forwarding service, so it might take a minute. Okay. That makes sense. But yeah, it's so I guess it's in delivery limbo at this point. Well, hey guys, thank you very much for this run we're on. 140 away from tonight, and it is turning out to be a Wednesday show if I've ever seen one, because you guys are active in the chat. We're barely getting to any videos, topics, clips, stories, anything like that. And you know what it's time for? It's time to take, guys, let's do a little shopping, shall we? Oh, what's the coolest Randy Orton one? Here's a CM Punk Randy Orton combo. That's pretty fucking rad. Oh, there's a Randy Orton one with one of his vests. There's one with a shirt, but that's kind of gay. You know, I'd really like a Randy Orton where, you know, you can really see that ripped physique. I'm kidding. I just saw Yulebrenner's Balls super chat, and it's creeping me the fuck out. All right, plenty of Randy Orton action figures we can choose from. When do they get here? Friday. Okay, good. They'll be here by Friday. Am I going to order 2? That's none of your fucking business. Yulebrenner's Balls with $4.99 says, what up, big dog? What up? Was driving this morning during your show. Regarding old folks, what does a 99-year-old pussy taste like? Depends. Tear it up, baby Huey. Thanks, pal. Numero uno, Josh Denny fan with $5 says, can we get a toe take on this video? Can you ever? Absolutely, pal. That's, and then Miss Tay with 5 gifted memberships, as they say on the casino. Let's go.
Who wants the gold, sucker? Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
All right, so that puts us at 120 away from tonight. Thank you, Miss Tay. Everybody gift some memberships. That sounds great. Jailbreak Chat says, I laid on the horn driving by a golf course. Bunch of day-drinking drunk dorks. I didn't drink. I had a Diet Mountain Dew for my 18 holes. Just don't feel like drinking anymore. Nothing happened. It's not really... It's just I don't feel like drinking. I can't explain it. I got booze in the liquor cupboard, if you will. I've got a couple of beers. Just don't feel like it. I don't know what it is. End of Silence says, I just want the Liv Morgan WWE approved fleshlight. I saw on Monday night that my girl Liv Morgan's going to be leaving for a little bit. Liv Morgan's going to be going to make a movie. That bums me out. MSO says Keanu will be co-hosting the Toe. I would love to have Keanu back on the show. I thought she did a great job while I was here. Let me see. Miss Tay just put herself in the top 4, by the way, with those 5 gifted memberships. Let's update it. She is now, oh no, she's taken Orange Boy's spot. That's no good. Miss Tay is now in 3rd with $115 for this week. Thank you so much. 120 away from tonight. Ryobi with $1 says, I thought PPP and Andy buying Switch 2 consoles was gay. Jeez, Imholte. Sorry. All right, let's, numero uno wants me to react to something. We'll get to it. Aces says, hey, Aces, welcome back. Oh, no, is that the same as Ace? Aces says, why is it every time I watch the shows on Rumble, the ad is always weight loss drugs or hair growth serums? I feel like the ads are trying to tell you something. Kloppo says, Aaron, you seen Kurt's dating video wanting under 18-year-olds to message him if they're in the same state? We did. Oh, God, we covered that one before I even knew who Kurt was, like 2 years ago or so. Why? Anybody doing that video now is kind of a fucking hack. Like, that was a long time ago. Oh, my God. You might as well be doing Charlie Bit My Finger at this point. What fucking hack was doing that shit? Dad Vet gifting a membership to Dive Bar. Thank you very much, Dad Vet. Boy, you guys are blowing the roof off the place tonight. Thank you very much. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Rumble Rants, YouTube. You know how it goes. 115 is the number, and you guys are doing great. Who got the membership? Dive Bar did. Dive Bar, pass it on. Let's keep that bitch going. All right, let's do the thing. Let's do the thing that numero uno sent us. This is going to get us popped, though. What do you do? So what if it's going to get us popped? 300 of you checking out the Toe right now. Everybody hit like. Everybody hit subscribe. Hit follow. Hit share. We appreciate it. It helps. The thumbs up button helps the algorithm, mostly on Rumble, but on YouTube too. So go ahead and knock it out. This is actually a really good song. Mr. Numero Uno. This is Post Malone and Jelly Roll, Losers. Great song from the F1 Trillion album, as it were. This is going to get us popped, though, so I'm going to skip around a little bit.
Fucking alone in this world. And I just wanted to say, stop me from fucking Loser 2, ladies and
Numero Uno, yeah, I feel like that was a trap. You knew that I was going to love that. You just did that for me. You just couldn't admit it. 230 from Wally World. Thank you very much, buddy. $2 from Numero Uno says your thoughts on his talk up. Oh, you know what? I didn't catch the talk up because I knew that we were going to get popped for that no matter what. So I was kind of trying to get through it as quick as we could. Yeah, I'm looking in the chat. This is weird. For some reason, just a couple of minutes ago, people started writing the word fag in the chat. That's weird. That must have... Was there some kind of technical difficulty or something? Was there some kind of... Did something happen that I missed? Because it's just a lot of, he's a dick-sucking, neck-tatted gay F-word. Did you guys... Did our channel play something different than what I was putting out there? Because I don't understand. Post looks like a fluffer on the set of a gay trailer park porno. Okay, that's creative. I got to give him up for that one. Post Malone has a tramp stamp that says enter here and an arrow pointing to, anyone want to guess? That's right. He said his bunghole. Wait a minute. Miss Tay just said, give my money to Sanford, son. Oh, and before I forget, you're gay. Well, that is really fucking hurtful. Well, that means that Sanford's son is now in first. I'm giving him all of your money? Okay. Sanford's son. That puts him at 216. Steven is in second at 157. Redbird is in third at 147 now, because I just saw that he gave $2. Miss Tay is off the board, and that means that in fourth place is now Orange Boy again at $100. Well, that just threw my whole situation here into a bit of a tizzy. Redbird with $2 says, you can get this gay shit down your throat, but a six-pack is more than you can handle. I like Taco John's. The fuck, bro? The fuck? Papa Shab says, Aaron thinks Johnny Cash is overrated and he talk sings, but he likes Post Malone. Make it make sense. I can't. When a gal finds love, it just doesn't make sense, you know? You hear the music in your head, doesn't matter what anyone else says. It's you and the open road. And, you know, I thought about this once. I thought about how Post Malone's music makes me feel. And I really, to be honest with you, I couldn't really put it into words. And so I needed to find a song that described how I felt when I heard Post's music. And all I could really think of, well, it was this. Easy to follow. It's just a guy. He's parked. It's out by a lake. It's not too far from Santa Fe. Reasonable drive. Rusty Grammar with $1. Oh, my God, we have a rare Rusty Grammar dollar sighting. Sam Show says everyone seems to be parked outside Lake Wakanda these days. That's low, you son of a bitch. Oh, you dirty, dirty dog. I wonder if you think Lake Wakanda, when's the last time you think it saw a Mustang? It's got to be maybe a week or two. Maybe it's kind of lying low. I know that Wakanda doesn't have any vibranium, but it does have some baldonium. Well, you got to have a trap house where you keep perhaps maybe where you keep the stuff you're not allowed to have in your house. It's got to be somewhere. I love that the pretty antisocial girl's cope was like, no, that's a boyfriend's house. Then why is her name on it? It's interesting. Thank you, MN Public Records. Rusty Grammar with $1 says Aaron swallowed post cum. Not Nick's, but it's still gay. I did neither of those things. $2 from Tridio Gamus. Says you played the wrong song. This is the right one. Well, shit. Why didn't you tell me? This is not. This is not the song that I meant to. I didn't mean to play this song. I would never mean to play this song. No, that's not. Fucking dudes in the back of my truck. I don't have a truck. Don't mean I'm queer. I just suck some dick when I drink my beer. I don't. But wait, time out. I'm gonna call bullshit on this song. How can you suck a dick while you're drinking a beer? To which some people from my past go, I'll show you. A little squeeze, it don't mean shit if you're on your knees. It does. It means guns and I have my rights and I fuck dudes on Friday nights. And first of all, what is it about Friday nights? And let's just not fuck dudes in the butt. This is very arbitrary, this whole thing. I ain't gay, I just love my bros and taking back shots in camo clothes. I watch football and I spit my chalk and stroke my buddy in the bathroom stall. I ain't gay, now hear me out. I just like men and I say I ain't a doctor. But where I come from, that's fucking gay, dude. Numero uno with $1 says, can you send yourself the link on your phone, take it to your fridge, and just show us what's in there? No. No. In fact, it's a weird obsession. It's a strange obsession. Chef Maddock with $1 says, Aaron, please do tell us how you drink your beer while sucking dick. I don't know. I have no idea how one would pull that off. It's kind of an either or situation, in my opinion. 110 away from tonight. Thank you very much. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. The Wednesday night audience never wants us to do it, doesn't want us to get to anything. They just want to throw a couple bucks in at a time and fuck around. Numero uno says, why not? Because it's not part of the show. I feel bad for you guys. Like, some of you come from places where they have no content and they don't have a show, so they have to do weird shit. It's not. We're an old-fashioned talk show. I'm just a humble smear merchant. That's all I am. That's it. All right, can we go to the, what do you think? Go to the next thing? I think we're all caught up. 110's the number. Keep it going. Sam Show says this show should be locked in the crawl space. How dare you? Baba Shab says emphasis on merchant. Yes. Oh, yes, we'll absolutely 110 away from today's goal. We'll be hitting it very soon. All right, more like a pap smear merchant. See, now it's getting hateful. It's getting hateful. I don't like this kind of language, to be honest with you. All right, let's move on to the next thing. Oh, here it is. Jules did say, when I finally get it, I will celebrate huge, big party. Tell him. All right. Well, it's out of my hands. It's there. Well, apparently it's not there, but it's in the air. Don't know what to tell you. Numero uno with $1 says, you ate year-old cheese, but showing the inside of a fridge is a bridge too far. Doesn't it feel like a violation of a man's sanctity of his home? Doesn't it? Papa Shab, after I did the nose thing, goes, not going to get that radio job. One of the guys that I'm meeting in a couple of weeks here said that one of the other people was talking about me the other day and said, absolutely loves what you do. And I told him, I go, I have this idea. What do you think of doing, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, but what do you think of doing this? And they said, if that works out, this isn't a power position person. This is just a guy. But he goes, if that works out, you'll be the CEO around here. And I went, well, I'm not angling for the job, but put in a word. See, guys, that's what happens when you beat felony charges. Numero uno with $1 says something crazy in that fridge. No, but if what's in your fridge is like telling people the kind of car you're going to buy, it doesn't matter. Someone's going to find something wrong with it. So you know what I have in my fridge right now? Shit I like and shit my kids like. So I don't want to show you that so you can go, fucking gay. What do you use that for? Lube for dudes? Queer? My heart can't take it. My heart can't take it. All right, let's play this one. 110 away from tonight. Thank you guys very much. We appreciate it. Keep it going. Keep it moving. Keep it rocking. You're doing great. Streamlabs, PayPal, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, and all the other stuff that we do. So now how far ahead is Sanford's son? 260. He's like $60 ahead of poor Steven. And $70 ahead of Redbird. You know what? Still catchable. So this next woman moved from the United States. She did what Sam Show wants people like her to do, and she moved to Africa. And she spent a little time in Africa because she said the United States of America is too racist, disgusting, filthy, racist country. She's got no time for it. She's out of here. Well, she's apparently looking like she might be coming back. And the reasons why, you'll love it. Remember, America was hateful. America was disgusting. America was bigoted towards her skin color.
But y'all, I'd rather go back to America and deal with the racism in America before I sit here in Africa and deal with the bullshit bribery, the bullshit fraud, the bullshit scams, the bullshit too expensive.
So she left America because she's sick of the racism. She wants to leave Africa because she's sick of the way the black people behave. It's too good. It's too perfect. It's too awesome. She's like, I'm getting out of America. All these Peckwood fucking racists in here. This country sucks. She goes to Africa. She goes, get me away from these crazy, crooked black folks, y'all.
The bullshit not having no snacks. The bullshit not having no food. The bullshit electricity.
So if this woman can get some hot Cheetos and Takis, she'll put up with the N-word. She realized, sometimes you don't know what you got till it's gone. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They pave paradise and put up a parking lot.
Bullshit hot water. The bullshit, what's that shit called that be coming down?
Rain?
The bullshit animals. It's scorpions outside the house. It's big ass spiders. It's big ass lizards. Colorful lizards you ain't never seen before. All in the fucking room with you. Sleeping with you. All the bullshit people trying to scam you when you go outside thinking you rich.
So basically, she's a white person in Africa, and she's going, I'm getting out of America for all this bullshit racism. And now she's like, get me away from all these Negroes. All they do is commit crimes and do hustles and scams and try to steal all my money.
They trying to get more money off of you. I'm really trying to wrap my head around this shit. I'm really trying to wrap my head around how are Americans coming to Africa and being happy. Please comment down below because...
So, this is the great conundrum. You have people like Sam Show who would be like, God, I really wish they'd go back to Africa. And then you got black people going, I ain't fucking going to Africa. Those people are crazy.
For me, I'm ready to go. And I always used to say, if it's up to me, it will be. And I'm going to go out to Africa and make shit happen. No, I don't want to. I want to take my businesses back to America. I want to open up shop back in America, open up my dentist office, and all the stuff that I was going to do out here in America.
Wait, you're a dentist in Africa? Yeah, you're fucked.
Electricity, and the only time our electricity...
In Africa, there's some countries where a tooth extraction, they believe it's wizards trying to steal your soul through your gums. So you're probably not going to get a lot of work.
We cut off is when we don't pay the bill. And we got it so good now, we got prepaid electricity, so if we forget to pay the bill, we put some money on that prepaid thing, and it comes right back on in 2 minutes. In less than 2 minutes. This shit right here didn't come on for 14 hours yesterday. I can't deal. I love the people. Don't get me wrong when I'm outside.
Sounds like it. They're all trying to scam you and rob you. They can't keep the fucking lights on. Sounds like salt of the earth.
I'm having fun. I love people. But when I come back to reality, when you come back home, home is where the heart is, right?
Yeah.
When you come back home, you're supposed to feel comfortable. You're supposed to be happy. I'm not happy. To live in a house where you look outside and all you see is turkeys and ducks and chickens and sheeps and old malnourished cows.
Malnourished cows. So basically what you're saying is you either need to move to the United States or you got to get some Haitians in there. They'll take care of those ducks and geese for you. You'll be fine. Now, wait a minute. What is this shit? Now, Chad Buzamok, I told you to apologize for being wrong about the Will Heron email thing, and instead you do that. What is this clip now? I'm going to call bullshit on this song. How can you suck a dick while you're drinking a beer? I'll show you. No way. Hey, that was clearly an edit. He clearly clipped that. Everyone in the chat, point it out right now. You saw that he clipped that. I'm going to play it again. I'm going to go in the chat afterwards. I want you all to give your honest opinion. You know that was bullshit. You know that was edited. You know he spliced that together. One more time. I'm going to call bullshit on this song. How can you suck a dick while you're drinking a beer? I'll show you. It was right there, though. One more time. I'm going to call bullshit on this song. How can you suck a dick while you're drinking a beer? I'll show you. No, but there was a whole thing in between that. You know what, Buzamak? You're dishonest. You're a dishonest actor is what you are. You know what? I'm going to come out and say it. You, sir, you have no honor. You have no honor. Sam Show says, but I saw you say it. No, you didn't. Chad Buzamak says, looks legit, but it's not, though. Taste Fairy says, I heard it with my own ears. Miss Tay says, looks legit. Halada Fachina says, no, he didn't edit that. You know, if you're going to sell me down the river like this, you could at least throw in a super chat or two. Jesus Christ. Sam Show says, I saw you say with your own lips that you were going to show us how to suck a dick while drinking a beer. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Is there one honest man in this chat? Honest to God. MSO says you need help. Numero uno with $1 says, have you ever heard of Laundry Room? Greatest live chatter of all time. He's donated to this show before. I know Laundry Room. Numero uno with $1 says, can you text Gino a pic of the fridge contents so we can ask his thoughts on it? Yeah, let me just send him a pic of my fridge. Here we go. Your boy didn't do too bad, did he? We'll see what he thinks. $1 from Numero Uno Josh Denny fan says, have you sent the Hitler Hava Nagila bit to Kumia's radio station? Guaranteed drive time gig. No, I haven't. I should have. Yul Brenner's Balls with $4.99 says, had to use the bathroom at a fast food joint. There was a cornback rattler on the floor in the stall. Reminded me of the state of your show. Cheers. Thank you. I appreciate that. 105 away from tonight. It's the last evening goal of the week. Thank you guys very much. Throw in a couple of bucks, and we'll get that last 105 hammered out. No problem. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you guys, and I'm just, look, this might be paranoia, but I don't think Numero Uno is going to be giving me that apology that I deserve. I don't think he's going to be saying sorry for getting that wrong. And now, I'm telling you right now, Buzamak, now people are asking me questions that I don't know the answer to. And it's all because of your misleading content. Numero Uno with $1 says, is Gordy in the fridge? No, of course not. Oh, shit. I hope not. No. No, in fact, he just came down here because he heard his name. He does this thing now. I have to train him out of it. No, jailbreak chat. Gordy is not in the air fryer. He does this thing now, like, whenever someone's eating, like if I'm eating something or SP's eating something, he sits by your feet and stares at you. Like, and he doesn't blink. It's cold. It's creepy. It's fucked up. He just stares at you eating. I hate it. Hate it. It's the worst. Sam Show says, Gordy is as bad as Johnny, just murders bits. Did I see, someone sent me, emailed me a screenshot, and it was a screenshot of Jesse from Pod Awful giving Johnny shit in his chat. Now, I'm assuming that was a fake Pod Awful. I don't think Jesse PS is watching Johnny, but if he is, I saw that he was giving him a little shit. Hurts me as a Pizza Fund member, podawful.pizza. Chad Buzamak says, I heard this morning you were in the crawl space. Was Gordy stuck in there again? No, that wasn't me who did that last time. That was the kids. Kopi the Clown says, my dog does that too, and it's super creepy and annoying. Yeah, and like, I don't want to yell at him. I don't want to tell him to get or anything like that because I don't know if he's really doing anything wrong, but I also don't want him sitting there staring at people while they eat because I'm sure it makes them remarkably uncomfortable. Sam Show says, it was Jesse. He rattled the shit out of Johnny for about 15 minutes. It was great. Sam Show, do me a favor. Do you think you could find me a timestamp? Now numero uno is on Twitter going, I can't believe Aaron said this on air. I bet he edits it out of the replay. Now, here, I'm retweeting it. Here's what I'm doing. I'm going to put this back out there. Now, everyone tell this man that he clearly edited this together. I so would never say this. Guys, tell him now. And then we'll send that out there, and hopefully everyone can let Chad Buzamok know that he's completely full of shit, and I would never do this. You know what? Let's play it one more time. I don't think you guys heard it right. Right in the middle, there's a big old edit in there. I'm going to call bullshit on this song. How can you suck a dick while you're drinking a beer? I'll show you. It was right there. It was clear. It was clear as day. Numero uno with $1 says something weird going on with this fridge. Well, then why don't you fucking, do something about it? Let's go to Loaded Wrench with $2 says, on my way, what kind of beer do you want? I don't. Oh, God, I just realized what that meant. No, stay in your own fucking house. Now I'm uncomfortable. Lock all the doors. Batten down the hatches. Shit's getting weird in here. 105 is the number for today. Bang out the last 100. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. All right, now we got a little bit of time. We're all caught up with your guys' chats and whatnot. Let's go into our next thing. It's my last Bill Belichick thing I've got. I swear it. I promise you. I'm addicted to this Bill Belichick story. I think this Jordan Mason, or not Jordan Mason, that's a Vikings running back. Jordan Hudson. This Jordan Hudson chick's got to go. She's got Bill wrapped around her little finger. I never thought I'd feel bad for Bill Belichick before. I do. Family and friends, the University of North Carolina, they're all worried about this. UNC says that they might want to change or put a new clause in his contract that says she can't be on the practice field or she can't be down on the field on game day. I think they're well within their rights to do that and that they probably should. This chick is, she's way out over her skis. She's telling him what he can and can't say in interviews. She's telling people, how you should treat Bill and what you should say to Bill. Fuck her. Apparently, she stormed out of his CBS interview and expected her to follow her. And she sat out there for a half hour waiting for him while he kept doing the interview. Unbelievable. So Stephen A. Smith and Mad Dog Russo, who are two of my favorite sports analysis guys, were giving Bill Belichick shit during their show today. And apparently one of the other analysts, Ryan Clark, had it, and he stormed off the fucking set, which I know these moments go viral, but I think you shouldn't be allowed to just walk off your TV gig because you don't like the take that two people are giving. Here it is.
Well, you do not.
That's where RC steps exit out the stage.
I know who you're referring to, Mr. Riddick.
Ooh.
Stay away.
I just watched the interview. I just watched the interview.
Yeah, I got nothing to add.
All right, relay off. I thought that was a good one. You can come back in.
It was a great one. Nobody else needs to say it. I'll say it. You're a grown man. If somebody asks you a question and you don't want to answer it, don't answer it. You spent 20 years not answering questions you didn't want to answer. We
Bingo.
don't need somebody else telling us you're not answering something. That's all.
What, are you afraid that Bill Belichick's going to call you a bad name? Who gives a fuck? Get your ass out there and do your job. I think he's being funny. I think this is being overblown. But Stephen A's right. Like, we all grew up watching Bill Belichick. And I'm just seeing the responses to that tweet, and they're very funny. We watched Bill Belichick for years, and he never answered questions, and he hated the media. So if Bill Belichick doesn't want to say some shit, he has no problem speaking up for himself. It's her treating him like he's a 90-year-old man who can't speak up for himself that really fucking annoys me. Redbird with $2 says, that sounded completely legit to me and completely in character. You guys, you're lying. I don't think you're telling the truth. Nummerine's Hitler fan. Gifting a membership. Thank you very much. And even $100 away from tonight's final evening show goal. Thank you very much. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. I appreciate it. That is a creepy fucking avatar on that Nummer 1 Hitler fan YouTube account. All right, we got some follow-up here on that video. That video, a lot of people are talking about that suspiciously edited clip that Chad Buzamak put out. Buzamak says, you're right, there was an edit. Thank you. Finally. I cut out the part you also talked about putting it in the ass after. Thought that was kind of graphic. But I didn't say that. Produce that. Produce a clip that says, I can suck dick while drinking a bottle of beer after I shoved it up my ass. Please, provide me a clip where it says that. Why do I do this? The guy doesn't give me any fucking money, and I play along with all his bits, and I have fun with him, and I laugh, and we create humor and good vibes together. Doesn't give me a fucking dime. That shows that I'm doing this shit for the love of the game. Chad Buzamak says, when whoever said the I'm coming over with a beer had me howling. That was Loaded Wrench with a couple of bucks. Turtle, oh, you know what? We're going to mod Turtle Steel Shell right now. Hey, speaking of which, guys, guess what tomorrow is? Tomorrow is finally the day where we get the Rumble Creator Program. We're in. Tomorrow's the start. Hey, by the by, hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow on YouTube, on Rumble. Go for it. We appreciate it. Let's get Turtle Steel Shell in there. As a mod. How do I fucking do? I forgot. There we go. Now let's go to moderation, moderators, Turtle Steel Shell. There we go. Should take up to 10 minutes to change that for you, buddy. There you go. Tronanon says, you'll love it, Rumble Creator. Good, good. They said I can make a little more money. I'm going to pass that savings on to the audience every day. And I'm hoping they appreciate that. And I'm hoping we make what do you think, Tronanon, with our Rumble Friday doing about 750 to 850 between the 300 to 400 we do every day at a time over on Rumble Monday through Thursday. Tronanon says 500 minimum a month. Hot. Dog shit, that's awesome. Thank you, buddy. All right, what's the timestamp on this Johnny clip? Sam Show. Do you have a number for me where the Jesse PS stuff comes in? I'd love to watch that. Let's continue on here. People are writing in on Twitter saying it's legit. People now wait a minute. Now wait. Let me see this real quick. Some of the comments. I can't believe he said this on air. Buzamak says, I bet he edits a part in to make it seem like he didn't say it. Very untrustworthy of him if he does. But that's not. Professor Tie-Dye says, in Aaron's defense, he doesn't like one of those things. Could you please specify that it's the dick that I don't like, not the beer? I certainly would appreciate that. Turtle Steel Shell says on YouTube, it's funny to soft bonk for 10 seconds. Then they either get the bit or Turtle, don't go fucking banning people for 10 seconds. They don't know that you're banning them for 10 seconds. I'm going to have to take your mod away if you start doing that shit. Don't go banning people for 10 seconds at a time. Buzamak says, commented on your X clip to prove my credibility. All right, wait a minute. Let's see. Let's take a look, see. I think this might. All right, to be honest, or no, it says, as requested to prove my honesty and credibility. All right, let's take a look. This is an unedited clip. I can suck dick while drinking a bottle of beer after I shoved it up my ass. But wait, there was a part after that. What was that part after that? You didn't play the part out. It seemed like that part had important context, did it not? Seems like that's something we would need to know about. 191 Redbird with $2 says, when did you lock your Twitter account? I didn't. One time I accidentally changed the settings where only people I follow can comment. And then a bunch of people got really pissed off about it. And you know me, when a bunch of people get pissed off about something, I just keep doing that thing. Thus, now I do it with pretty much all of my posts. There's a lot of people who, if they don't get access to me, they lose their fucking shit. And for some reason, I find that funny. All right, guys, even hundo, and we're home free, and we've got over an hour to do it. 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks at a time. We'll get that thing hammered out, and it'll be a perfect week for the evening crew. And then you can basically kick it into the morning show's court and tell them, fucking finish it up, boys. Theo Vaughn made the craziest comparison when talking about Muslims. All right, I'm down. Let's take a look.
Wonder if I'd be a good Muslim or not. I don't know.
You ever thought about doing it?
I think you have to be born into it, or you can just do it.
No, you don't have to be born into it. You know how many people, especially in the early days, Muslims just converted at sword point? It was, hey, we can cut your balls off, cut your head off, and shove your balls in your mouth, or you can be a Muslim. Wasn't really much of a choice.
I think you can just do it.
Yeah.
Huh. Would you try it?
Maybe. I tried keto for I guess almost a month.
It kind of makes you smell bad, though, doesn't it?
Which one?
Keto.
Yeah. There's a little dose of your own medicine there.
I mean, it is a fair question, which one. I mean, it's kind of confusing, right? It's kind of confusing. Now people are saying on Twitter that I look like I'm kind of a Zima guy. See, now this is just, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm offended. Redbird with $2 says, sheer incompetence, say no more. Okay, yeah, it was basically sheer incompetence. 95 away from finalizing tonight's goal. Leah says, yeah, Aaron needs to make the women mods. Y'all have no self-control. Yeah, maybe Leah and Miss Tay need to become mods. You know what? If we knock out that 95, Leah and Miss Tay are becoming mods on tonight's show. Did we ever get a timestamp? 27:25 is the timestamp. You guys want to see Jesse P.S. fuck with Johnny and I almost said Frogan. Jesse's gonna fuck with Johnny and Digger. The timestamp is 27:25. Let's take a look. So Jesse, I was on the golf course. Someone sent me a text. And they were like, you got to see this. Jesse's fucking with Johnny. And I couldn't watch it because I'm fucking golfing. Let's take a look.
Time. And then finally, I'm just going to be like, yeah, I told us so. Just unload. Pot awful. You took off. You've been staying up late, wearing yourself out, talking to this chick instead of taking care of your bread maker with Aaron.
Now, was that, I see now, I can never tell if it's Jesse or if it's one of Jesse's boys, and that's kind of the brilliance of a Pot Awful account. I mean, Johnny has admitted on the show that he stayed up late talking to Digger, the night before a show, but there's not much I can say about that. I mean, hell, Corey I used to let Corey stay out late and then come in and do the show, so it's kind of hard for me to chastise Johnny. Plus, Johnny's got a new girl that he's talking to. So, he's excited and, I've been there. I get it. Been there a few times.
Right.
Yes, right. My bread maker.
Yes, it's my fault.
Oh, my bread maker with Aaron.
Joe, hold on a minute now. Who else is paying you hundreds of dollars a month to do a show? I'm a little disrespected. The turn. No. But really, that's very interesting. The fucking money I paid all these guys when we first came out of radio, and the money I still pay now is still the best in the business. Nobody else is paying a co-host what I'm paying a co-host. In fact, most people don't pay their co-hosts.
Please.
Taking care of my bread maker with Aaron. I don't know if you know this or not. Aaron makes most of the money for the show for that. Like, I get paid to do the show, but like,
that's true.
My bread makers aren't either of these shows. It's a combined thing of things. So
there you go. A combined thing of things. Okay, I thought he was going to shit on what he makes here. I thought he was going to shit on it. It's a couple of shows a week. Couple of shows, a little how you doing, see you later. Co-host duties, not too many responsibilities, except when I forget to send the prep sheets. I thought he was going to complain. He's getting far more than market value out of me. That's for sure. That's kind of what I told all those guys. I'm like, you're more than welcome to go see what someone else will pay you.
And as for the rest of it, you took off because you've been staying up late, wearing yourself out. No. I took off because I literally had trouble sleeping the last couple of days. But yeah, Aaron saved your life. Yeah. You said so. You left Aaron hanging as always.
Jesse's fucking. If that really is Jesse, that's mean. I'm laughing, but it's mean. It's making Johnny feel awkward. It's content, though. It's definitely content. It's fair game, and Johnny's playing back at him, so. I mean, I never feel like he leaves me hanging. I enjoy doing solo shows. I like fucking around with you guys and talking shit.
Aw. Jesse from Pot Awful just wants to stir up shit. Thanks for being here, buddy.
Yeah.
I like Jesse.
I left Aaron hanging as always. Aaron saved my life. I did say that.
Did I really? Did he say that? I thought Adrian saved his life. I always thought that Adrian was the one who saved his life, and I was like an assist. I was Jaromir Jagr, and Adrian was Mario Lemieux.
That was in the terms of Aaron got me doing stuff that got me out of my depressive spiral. That was the saved my life bit. And then, yeah. Magically,
whoa, Pot Awful called Digger a skank, said magically you're always good enough to do this show with the skank. That's not nice.
Always good enough to do this show with the skank.
Now, here's the other thing. This is where, and I mean this with all due respect, and I'm only saying this out of my own bad beats. If you like this girl and she likes you, eventually you have to choose relationship or on-air partnership. You can't do both because here's the deal. They're going to know they can't get to you, but they know they can get to her. And if they can get to her, they can get to you. See, me, I'm bulletproof. You've seen since April's been gone, I've never been handing out L's to these motherfuckers as much as I have in the time April's been gone. Why? Because, as Mickey said, women weaken legs. If they can get to your woman, you have to defend your woman, and you have to take care of your woman. So if they go after her, they can get to you. You got to separate church and state. You got to separate the relationship and the show. You got to pick one or the other. You can either do a show together or you can have a relationship together. You cannot do both.
Ooh, the skank.
Ooh, ouch. So, ow.
They called you a skank.
Gosh, that hurt.
Come on, fucking fight back, though. Come on, Johnny. Have I taught you nothing? Hit him back. Or make fun of him. Or don't just let him say skank and then.
I'd be bawling my eyes out right now if it weren't for this kitty cat that's in my face.
What?
Brian says, Johnny want to help me move into my baseball. Help me. Magically, you're always good enough to do the show with the skank. I'm always good enough to do my show because my show makes me more money. Like, if you want to talk about shows, which show is my bread maker? That's this one. That's this one. That if we're going,
I mean, that kind of makes sense. I mean, you promote it on Steel Toe. It's your show. You keep all the money. That actually makes a whole fucking lot of sense.
Going specifically off of like down to the penny, which one makes more money for me? That's this one. So I kid. I know. That's why I'm saying I don't give a shit.
Uh-oh, his teeth rattled the glass. That means he's shaking a little. He's got the adrenaline going. That doesn't mean he's scared, but he's got the adrenaline going. He's a little fired up when you got the shakes like that. Fucking, I get it.
Because you're either kidding or an idiot. Aaron saved a screenshot of what?
Of what? What did I
Says
save a
Mr. Blue
screenshot
Sky. SH, how you doing? Digger's cat. Good to see you.
Is that about it? That's the Jesse PS stuff? That seemed like some harmless trolling. That just seemed like Jesse was fucking around. I say no harm, no foul. Leah with $5 says, why the hell is she called Digger? Wrong answers only. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. It's not good. Chad Buzamok says, I think you could have left out the you promote it on Steel Toe. But I just did. Promoted on Steel Toe. Sam Show says, Cope Sip. Whoa, buddy. That's not really a Keno Casino thing. That's more of a Red Bar thing. It's not a Cope Sip. It's a Fool's Sip. Remember. So, yes, I don't think there was anything wrong with that. Jesse was having fun. Johnny seemed to take it in stride. All's well that ends well. $90 away from tonight's goal. Finish it up. Keep it going. You guys have been doing great. It's been real low pressure so far this evening, and you've been doing it $1 or $2 at a time, and boy, do I love that. Keep it up. Streamlabs, PayPal, Rumble Rants, Venmo, blotty, 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 blah. Hammer it out, and we'll add Miss Tay and Leah as mods tonight. Thank you so much. Okay. I might owe you guys a very serious apology on this Michelle Obama thing. Remember when I used to call you guys retarded and gay and stupid? I'm still going to call you that. But on this Michelle Obama thing, you might have been right and I might have been wrong. This might be a dude. And while there is some wiggle room in this clip, because I think I know what she's trying to say, to those of you who think she's a guy, this is definitely going to provide you ammunition. This one, I've seen this one being retweeted quite a bit this afternoon. This was Michelle Obama talking to a guy who has a trans kid. Now, Robert De Niro's black son just came out as a woman. It is amazing, isn't it, that, you know, these trans kids always seem to come from remarkably almost brain diseased, liberal, progressive households. I mean, you'd think if you're just born that way, you'd have conservative trans kids that come from a rural conservative family. You've had progressive, single moms, single dads, mom and dad, gay families. But it always seems to come from a very specific kind of recipe, you know? It's a very certain broth that trans kids seem to come from. Forgive me for noticing, but I notice. Here's the Michelle Obama clip. I think I might owe you guys an apology on the whole she might be a guy with a dick thing.
I wanted to talk, Marlon, a bit about, you know, just so proud of how you are being a role model for dealing with a child that's transgender.
Absolutely.
By the way, his kid isn't transgender. His kid needs some counseling. His kid needs to be talked to. His kid needs to be allowed to go through poverty. Well, and poverty, but puberty, so they can find out who you are. That's what puberty's for. In fact, the overwhelming majority of quote-unquote trans kids that are left alone grow out of it. So imagine the long-term damage you're doing by taking permanent steps with a kid who will, more than likely, grow out of it. Also, these parents do the thing that parents do. And they kind of, even unconsciously, steer their child toward a certain outcome. Like, my son and I play football in the backyard a lot. So I'll ask him, do you want me to sign you up for a league? I'll help coach it. You know, I'll take you to the practices, everything else, take you to the games. I'll help you out. And he'll go, oh, yeah, that sounds great. And like part of me goes, oh, did I just kind of steer him into playing football? Like, was that an unconscious manipulation on my part? Like, parents do that shit. Now, where it's okay for things like sports and activities is you're not cutting off any kids' dicks when they're playing football. At least I hope not. You're playing defensive tackle wrong. But when you're talking about leading questions and kind of soft manipulation of a child when they talk about maybe not identifying as a particular gender, you're doing long-term damage to that child, and I don't think that's right. But here's Michelle Obama talking to this guy who's got a trans kid. Here you go.
With a child that's transgender.
Absolutely.
And that's, that warms my heart, particularly as a Black man.
What? One more time, Michelle? I mean, Big Mike? Do I have to start calling her Big Mike now? You guys have all been calling her Big Mike. I've been saying, guys, you're being silly. You're being foolish. She's not a guy. Still think Barack Obama's probably a little gay, but she's not a dude.
Absolutely.
And that's, that warms my heart, particularly as a Black man. Would you care to share that journey of?
Well, I learned.
See, now, you could argue that she's talking about him when she says as a Black man. Or you could go ahead and go, I really want Michelle Obama to be trans, therefore I'm just going to think that she's saying it about herself.
Gender.
Absolutely.
And that's, that warms my heart, particularly as a Black man.
Then everyone will stop right there and go, all right, got what I needed. She's got to avoid talking like that. I mean, people really do have it out for her in that way. Oh, man. Chad Buzamok says, this is like your slip up earlier with the beer drinking and sucking dick. You let it slip. No, that's not what I said. Redman goes, Big Mike confirmed. I don't know if it's Big Mike confirmed. I don't know if it's Big Mike confirmed. I don't think that's what it is. Numero uno Josh Denny fan with $2 says, Will Herron is a good guy. This whole thing was a big misunderstanding that we can put behind us. I deeply apologize for all the shit I've talked and hope we can have a fresh start. You and I, you're fine. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He's fine. I mean, we beat the guy to a bloody pulp. I mean, you got to admit, numero uno, and I know where you side on this thing. He did play Goebbels. He did play propaganda minister, and he peddled a lot of lies. I know that you feel that way because you have called bullshit on his Führer multiple times. In fact, I see some of your tweets. They're very, very funny, for sure. Dub says this is a 1994 Big Mike music rap video. Oh, Chad Buzamok, shots fired at the morning show, says the afternoon shows are actually enjoyable. We all fuck around and have fun. I say we need 5 night shows a week and give the morning 3. Wow. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we do morning shows. Monday through Friday, we do evening shows. Could you guys carry the load financially? I don't know. You're $90 away from tonight still. You guys are acting like you've already got a W in the bag. Streamlabs, PayPal, Rumble Rants, Venmo, Super Chats, gifted memberships. Sounds like a lot of bravado. Sounds like it's coming in a little bit early as well. Citizen M says, what did Will Herron lie about? Nothing. Nick lied to Will Herron on his behalf. You have to remember, M, I was there. I know when the guy's bullshitting. And as far as Herron goes, dead to rights on the felony, that turned out to be a lie. What else? That I emailed his boss. He knows that was a lie and still put it forward. In fact, he's had to admit it now. Well, I'm not so sure he emailed the boss. People have a hard, because I'm such a smug son of a bitch, people have a hard time that L is such a crooked letter, it chokes in their neck, and they can't help it. Chad Buzamok says, has the morning show been carrying it? Most of the afternoon makes up for the morning. Aw, shit, he ain't lying. All right, let's go to this Big Mike rap video, allegedly. I don't think this is Michelle Obama.
Cause I see you walking around like you's a
I don't think that's
expensive clothes, high class hoes.
Yeah, I don't think that's Michelle Obama. I'm just gonna say I think you got the wrong guy. But this audience has been trying to sell me on the Michelle Obama Big Mike thing for a long time. I'll give them this. They're persistent as all hell. They really are. Dub with $1 says, dropping 10 more dimes on Aaron, Kiki inspired. Speaking of Kiki, you got to give Kiki some credit. She really, I mean, look, I trigger the fuck out of the pretty parasocial girls, but that's not difficult. She's really got them going big time with the throwing the kids, their children throw rocks at them. That's a stupid, silly, funny. If you can't have a sense of humor about that, get off the internet. Jesus Christ, you take it too seriously. I don't like that she says my kids throw rocks at me. Shut the fuck up. Jesus, you're embarrassing yourself again. You fucking weirdo stalkers. Come on, where's your set? We all laugh at you. Why can't you laugh at you? You see me laughing at me? Chad Buzamok deceptively edited multiple clips. Don't see me crying about it. Not on the air. I save that until after. Save that until fucking after. That's when I break down. All right, let's rally it up. Let's call it a win for the toe. Off we go. RFK Jr. came out with something during a cabinet meeting today that had my jaw hitting the floor. Citizen M might want to cover his ears. His hero, Joe Biden's about to be dragged through the mud. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said that Joe Biden's administration, what was the word he used? Collaborated? Yeah. Said that Joe Biden's administration was a collaborator in child trafficking. Big if true. And number two, if you have any evidence of this, RFK Jr., you need to show this to us immediately. And we need to get, I know there's people who have been pardoned. You need to get whoever can be prosecuted for this, prosecuted for it. Because you'll remember under the Biden administration, 300,000 children just went missing. We don't know where they are. We don't know what happened to them. The Biden administration didn't do shit to find them or locate them. And now RFK Jr.'s on the case, and he's finding out some really disturbing stuff.
We have ended HHS as the role as the vector, the principal vector in this country for child trafficking. And during the Biden administration, HHS became a collaborator in child trafficking and for sex and for slavery.
Is this one of those things where a guy is talking too fast and he doesn't understand the word he's using? It's like, no, I don't think you're using the right word. I think you mean to say something else. You're like, no, collaborator. Like they collaborated. Because to me, collaborated in child trafficking means you were a party to it. If you're not misspeaking and this is true, can we get people in here in handcuffs like yesterday?
And we have ended that, and we're very aggressively going out and trying to find these children, the 300,000 children that were lost by the Biden administration.
I mean, great, good, that's awesome, but can we go back to this collaborator thing and you can tell us what the hell you mean by that? Because that's fucked up. Look, man, I'm hoping that he misspoke. I'm hoping that this is just a screw up. But if that's the case, I don't just want to know that they were complicit or collaborating in it. I want heads. And I want them now. MSO says, I think he meant facilitated. I know, I'm trying to think of the word that he meant. But even facilitated means that they made it possible for those children to be victimized. Someone, Leah asking, is the worm speaking? Yeah, I don't know. I just, like, my brain immediately goes to, well, clearly he couldn't have meant that. For two reasons. One, that's ridiculously fucked up. And for two, it's so hard to believe. Even Joe Biden. It's difficult to believe. So far, RFK Jr. is working on finding 300,000 missing kids. He's getting rid of the food dyes. He's doing vaccine studies. And now it seems like his next big thing is the fluoride. He came out today and said that he's pretty sure the fluoride's making all of us retarded. I didn't know that was the case. I know, Look, I know fluoride in large doses can have deleterious health effects, but if you look it up, like the amount that's, say, in your toothpaste, and you don't swallow toothpaste, by the way, you fucking weirdos. The amount that's in your toothpaste or whatever, that can repair enamel, that can clear up early tooth decay, that can really be extremely helpful to you. Too much of it, that's how people get those white spots on their teeth, those little white pieces. But I don't think that fluoride in the tiny doses where it's, in toothpaste and a little bit of water here and there, I don't think. And I know there's a lot of people that disagree with me, but I don't think that amount of fluoride is going to rot your children's brains. If you if we had to come up with a list of the things that are making kids stupid, I would say the public school system is far dangerous than the water or the toothpaste or anything like that. But let's hear him out. RFK Jr. was on a roll today. He said that the Biden administration was a collaborator in child sex trafficking. Now he's saying fluoride's turning us into retards. Go ahead.
I also visited Utah, which is the first state to ban supplemental fluoride. Florida yesterday passed a bill to ban supplemental fluoride. I'm confident Governor DeSantis is going to sign that. We are working, Lee Zeldin and I are working together to change the federal fluoride regulations, to change the recommendations, and we're looking at the science now. I want to point out that in August, the National Toxic...
I hate to be this guy because I like RFK Jr. I think he's passionate about what he's doing. I think he's in the right place, but god damn if I hear that voice for too long. It really is hard to listen. Like, do you ever listen to RFK Jr. speak and you just want to go... Like, I want to clear my throat when I hear him talk.
Toxicity program, which was an arm of the NIH, did a meta-review of all the science on fluoride and found that there's a direct inverse correlation between fluoride exposure and lowered IQ in children. So the more you get, the stupider you are. And we need smart kids in this country, and we need healthy kids, and thank you for your leadership. We're going to get there.
I mean, there's a lot. I know a lot of people, both that I know and have listened to my program and have called in from Litchfield, called in when I was in Wilmer, called in when I was in St. Cloud. And they swear by the fact that fluoride is fucking us up, that it's some kind of soft kill operation. I've looked it up. I've read. Maybe I'm reading the wrong shit. I don't know, but it's just one of those things that I can't leap with him on that the fluoride is making us really stupid. I don't think we use enough of it. His voice is due to all the drugs he pumped into himself. Well, RFK Jr. believes that the reason his voice is that way is from some parasite that he got from a vaccine or from some kind of medical treatment or something like that. Is that true? I don't know. But that's what he believes. Right now, guys, we are stuck at $90 away from our final evening show goal. Go ahead and throw in a couple of bucks. We should be able to knock out 90 altogether in pretty short order of time. We've got, the Keno Casino is on. You got Jesse PS. It's cutting into our numbers here in the last hour of the program, plus we're winding down. But let's finish it off with some gifted memberships, some Streamlabs, some PayPal, some Venmo. Let's have ourselves another perfect week of evening shows. And then the morning show got way ahead today, and they've got a short goal tomorrow. So 11 perfect weeks out of 12. We could be on our way. Knock out that last $90. Let's do it. MSO says RFK Jr. actually got that voice from eating too much pussy. No, that was... That was, who was the guy who said he got throat cancer from eating pussy? Michael Douglas. Oh, God, can we find the Gilbert Gottfried clip of him? He has such a funny joke about Michael Douglas and him getting throat cancer from eating Catherine Zeta-Jones pussy. It's gotta be logged somewhere. Gilbert Gottfried Michael Douglas. He's got Yeah, here we go.
A guy walks into a bar. Joan Rivers is the bartender.
This isn't the Michael Douglas one. This is a great joke, but this is not the right one.
He sees a sign over the bar that reads, cheese sandwich, $1.50. Hand job, $10. He says to Joan Rivers, are you the one that gives the hand jobs? Joan says, yes, I am. He says, well, wash your hands, bitch. I want a cheese sandwich.
I miss Gilbert. It's always great to watch his clips, but then it's also you get reminded halfway through it. You're like, oh, that's right. He's fucking dead. Oh, here's one called Eating Out Hitler's Asshole. That's a fun one. Gilbert goes too far with Catherine Zeta-Jones joke. Here it is. This might be
yes, I'm sorry.
I know you got into Twitter, but last night I got into a bit of a Twitter war with my followers. Followers, it ends up they all fucking hate your guts. But I maintain, I watched this Liberace movie.
Okay.
And he's making out, you know, it's, you know, plays him? Michael Douglas.
Yes.
First of all, has pussy cancer in his throat. He's making out with Matt Damon.
See, I think cancer's a small price to pay to lick Catherine Zeta-Jones' pussy. I would
take that chance?
Yeah, I would eat out her asshole for muscular dystrophy.
For the chance.
Yes, for the chance.
Now, in the muscular dystrophy telethon.
I would suck her tits for lupus.
For the chance.
Yeah, the chance.
It's true. Michael Douglas, he got throat cancer, and then he told the world, like he got diagnosed with throat cancer, and then he went, oh, yeah, I got that throat cancer from eating my wife's pussy. So he totally threw his wife, old cancer cunt, under the bus and said, oh, yeah, you want to know why I got throat cancer? You know, talk to that one. And so Catherine Zeta-Jones is left there holding the bag full of tumors. And they're like, oh, Catherine, so you got a pussy that gives guys throat cancer. And she's like, we have no fucking idea if that's how he got it. We don't know if he got throat cancer from eating my pussy. He could have got it from smoking cigars for years and years. He could have got it from drinking. We don't know. It could be a family thing. But he just totally, like, even if you did get throat cancer from eating your wife's pussy, you don't tell people that. You protect your wife's honor because now everyone's going to think she's got a rotten cunt. And I know, even though it was after I filed for divorce, I think it was after we were divorced. Everyone saw based on, housing pictures that came out, and all of a sudden it was just nothing but, hey, your ex-wife had a fucking rotten pussy. Hey, your ex-wife's pussy stank. And it's like, hey, come on. Like, I get, like, no love lost over here, but Jesus Christ, you guys. Because it reflects upon all of us. So, like, if you're Michael Douglas and they go, you got throat cancer, even if the doctor says, and you probably got it from eating your wife's pussy, you keep that part under wraps. It's mean. CJ with $2 says, hard to buy old sniffy Biden trafficked kids, huh? Well, now that you put it like that. Numero uno Josh Denny fan with $2 says, I see a bright future for Steel Toe and Will Heron now that we've put all this nonsense behind us. Looking forward to the next Super Bowl. Yeah, there you go. Hey, guys, $85 away from today's goal, and we've got about 40 minutes left. So help us out, get us close, and let's hammer out the rest of it. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats. Hey, you guys have done this whole thing tonight without PayPal or Venmo. Very interesting side note for tonight's show. So go ahead, throw a couple of bucks our way. Let's see if we can get it taken care of. $1 from Numero Uno says, really crazy amount of timeouts and comment deletions going on in YouTube chat. Coincidence or turtle? Turtle? I'll fucking take away your goddamn wrench. Enough. Stop it. Or I'm taking it away on Rumble and YouTube. Stop banning people. Stop timeouting people. Turtle Steel Shell says, fuck yeah, it's this dude. All right. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. I got to cut you loose. Chad Buzamok says, make me a mod. I will run it right. Have you ever heard the term too many cooks? I think that's what we've got here. I think I've maybe been a little too liberal. A little too liberal. No, Citizen M, I'm not going to do that for two reasons. One, I don't need to. And two, it drives you and all your little MAP buddies absolutely nuts that I don't. And that pleases me. All right, let's get to the next item here on tonight's show. Oh, I see more notifications on that clip. Now, wait a minute. What the fuck did you do, numero uno? What fucking clip did he edit?
You know, Will Heron is a good guy. This whole thing was a big misunderstanding that we can put behind us. I deeply apologize for all the shit I've talked and hope we can have a fresh start.
I didn't even realize that I walked into that one. Great job. How did I not see that coming? Like, how did I read that super chat and not realize what numero uno was trying to do? I'm a fucking idiot. I'm an idiot, you guys. Numero uno with $1 says, are you refusing to show the fridge because we'll see all the sticks of butter? No, they're in the freezer. So we're good there. They're all in the freezer. Nice and tucked away safe. 85 away from tonight. Let's get it done, kids. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. Numero uno says, it's because I'm a genius and you're a dummy, dummy. Are you sure it's not because I really just don't take this as seriously as the rest of you guys? Like, away from this microphone, the name Will Heron never pops into my head. Hey, I got more news on Idubbz' continued fall from grace. Now, let me just say this. While I am glad that Idubbz is getting his comeuppance for becoming a fucking douche, I wish that I could fall from the perch that Idubbz has fallen from. Like, I look at a guy like Idubbz, and I'm like, the amount of numbers I'd be putting up with the great show that we have with a channel his size. Like, I look at Rekeda's numbers going down, 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 down. I look at Steel Toe doing more views per subscriber than he is, and I'm like, you give me his channel, I've got fucking numbers like a king. Forget about it. So I'm not sitting here saying Idubbz fell off and he's complete shit. I would die for the chance to fall off from 7 million subscribers like he has. And also, I'm sure Idubbz is going to be fine. But he's been a cunt. He's been a dick. First of all, he's made people like me feel bad and take the side of Ethan Klein. How the fuck did that happen? So he's having this creator clash thing. It's a boxing event. He has it every year. The second one lost money. The first one did okay, but then he banned Sam Hyde from it and people turned on him. Then Idubbz turned on everybody who made him famous and said he's ashamed of all the shit he did. People turned on him for that. He married some OnlyFans chick and took her last name. And basically, Idubbz's wife is kind of like Bill Belichick's girlfriend, if that makes sense. Well, now people are dropping out of this boxing event that Idubbz and his husband are putting on. It's called Creator Clash 3. Harley Morenstein, who was going to headline the damn thing, he backed out. And I think it's because of all the Israel trashing that Idubbz and his friends have been doing. Well, now Ethan Klein, who Idubbz used to be friends with from H3, who Idubbz insanely decided to go after and look like complete shit and a scumbag for doing it, Ethan had a staff member of his. She was going to box on this card, and now she's out. And the reason this is so big is because in the state of Florida, if you have a sporting event and the main event of it gets changed, people can demand their money back from the commission, and the commission will send you a bill for it. So Idubbz could be in a whole shitload of trouble. They're already struggling to sell this thing. They've taken out the upper deck of seats. They're not selling them. And they've cut the pay-per-view streaming price from $39.99 to $19.99. I don't even know if they're going to have this event at this point, but this is Ethan announcing today on his show that his staff member would also be pulling out of Creator Clash.
Any of us took lightly, least of all AB and Lena specifically. It is with great regret that we announced that Lena will not be participating in Creator Clash either.
Yes. First off, I apologize to any of the fans who were going to see Lena.
Nobody cares. Okay, that's all we needed. A lot of this stuff just goes, it drags, to say the least. But yeah, that's it. Like that, the whole thing is, I mean, the whole thing is just completely fucked. Completely fucked. Let's go to... Yeah, Buzamok says, Aaron, now's your time to get involved and box again. I agree. I'd love to jump in there. I'd fill in for Harley from Epic Mealtime. I'll box the guy, LA Beast, that he's bought. I'll fuck that guy up. Are you kidding? Get me in there. Or grab me another opponent. I don't care. Get me in. Hey, I can talk him into the seats. I can pack him in. I can cut a promo. I'll rescue Creator Clash. Give it to me. Also, Anissa and Ian do the dumbest, gayest waste of money. And they have trauma counselors for the fighters. It's a fucking sporting event. You box. I sparred 12 rounds with somebody just on Friday. You don't need a trauma counselor. You need an ice pack and maybe a few Advil. That's all. Redbird with $5 says more shit came out about Buffalo. Several kids have gone missing. And authorities are doing everything they can to stop the investigation. Links, please. I would love to hear more about this. That Buffalo story is insane. Numero uno with $1. He says, Will has accepted your apology, and I'm glad I could make this happy. You two boys better play nice from now on. Well, I mean, I think if I offer him like Adderall and leftover whiskey, I think he'll probably tell a shitload of lies for me. I mean, that seems to be, if I promise him a spot in a hot tub, I think that he'll probably, I think that he would probably do whatever I'd like. Turtle Steel Shell says, LA Beast would body Aaron. I like Loaf Piggy, but LA Beast drank a gallon of extra hot Tabasco and vomited out his sinuses. That hurts. He can't box. So wait a minute. If you can drink a shitload of Tabasco, I mean, it's a big difference between a bunch of YouTubers and actual people who box. It's a big difference. $80, guys. $80. Let's throw it in there. Everybody throwing in a couple of bucks. Let's knock it down. Let's hammer it out. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo. We were knocking it down, and then we slowed down. You know how my pride works. Is $80 a big miss? Not at all. But my ego works like this. Perfection is perfection, and I want another perfect week. And here we are, and you're the evening show, and that's your reputation. Your reputation is you always hammer it out. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Throw in a few bucks. Let's get it knocked out in this next half hour and call it another win for the toe. After all, it's been a hell of a lot of fun tonight, and we still have the latest Tim Walz embarrassment to talk about. Oh, Tim. Tim Walz gave an interview today, and they asked him why he thinks that he was chosen for the vice president spot. It's just that it's one of those things that makes you question reality. Like, you see Tim Walz, right? Like when he's on TV and he's talking, you see Tim Walz. I see Tim Walz. But then I hear Tim Walz talk about Tim Walz, and I hear about this completely other Tim Walz that I just don't see that when he's standing in front of me. They asked Tim Walz, why do you think you were chosen? And now remember, the election was what? We're at May 1st. So November, December, January, February, March, April. 5 or 6 months since the election. This guy's had half a year to think of why he was chosen by Kamala Harris, and this is what he came up with.
I knew I was on the ticket, I would argue, because we did a lot of amazing progressive things in Minnesota to improve people's lives.
Yeah, like you took a $17 billion surplus and you turned it into a $6 billion deficit. I mean, you're a fucking magician, dude. Now watch as we progressives make this prosperity disappear. Most of it being shoved into entitlements in Minneapolis and, schools that don't work. All right, let's hear him out. Okay, we did a great progressive job in Minnesota. That's why I got picked. Why else, Tim? Oh, you fucking twat. Let's reload and have you do it again. Why don't you pause more, Aaron, you fucking douche?
I knew I was on the ticket, I would argue, because we did a lot of amazing progressive things in Minnesota to improve people's lives. But I also was on the ticket, quite honestly, because I could code talk to white guys watching football, fixing their truck, doing that.
Did you hear somebody laugh? That was the best part. Somebody fucking laughed like they thought Tim Walz was joking when he said, I talked to the, all the guys who were watching football and fixing their truck. Yeah, because when I think of Tim Walz, I think, this is one wrench-turning motherfucker. That's why they picked you? Tim, I have terrible news. And apparently nobody went up there and told you. The reason they picked you is because you're a boring white dude and you wouldn't overshadow Kamala Harris. That's it. Wasn't about, they didn't look at you and go, oh man, if I need a muffler swapped out, that's my guy. If I need someone to explain to me a AA gap blitz, get me Tim Walz. This poor guy.
I also was on the ticket, quite honestly, because I could code talk to white guys watching football, fixing their truck, doing that I could put them at ease. I was the permission structure to say, look, you can do this and vote for this. And you look.
Yeah, I could speak to my fellow tough guys, all of my white Midwestern dudes with Viking shit on, They hate you, dude. Like those kind of people in Minnesota, you know who you got. You know what vote you got? The gay vote, the Metro vote, but then again, I repeat myself. And I don't know. Maybe the blue-haired dude vote? I don't know. Chad Buzamok with $1 says, I apologize. Now give me my wrench beer slurping cocksucker. Nope, I want to hit tonight's goal. I want to hit tonight's goal. I don't want to miss. So therefore, I'm holding it up. I'm holding your mod up. I'm going to give mods to Miss Tay, Leah, and Chad Buzamok, but only if we knock out that now $75 that we have left. Why? Because I'm petty and I want to win and I don't want to stack an L tonight. We're so fucking close. We're only like 2:30 or something away from, 2:30 away from tomorrow, and I want to win. And I've got 20 minutes left and I'm $75 away. And does it make a big difference in the grand scheme of things? No, but I hate losing. And this is about competition. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Get us a win. Make it a perfect week of evening shows, because otherwise, guys, I got to count on the morning show. And, 75 away. Rally up. Well, there you go, guys. They got Tim Walz on the ticket so that he could talk to the beer-drinking, hard hat, honky-tonk bar association, guys. Turtle Steel Shell says, someone donate $10 and I'll give it 10. No, I'm not kidding, Turtle Steel Shell. You're fucking out. I'm going into YouTube right now because I don't know how many people You've been fucking banning, but God, cunt, cocksucker, God damn it, that's enough. That is enough out of you, young man. Settings, community moderation, moderators. I have way too many of these. Way too many. Turtle, goodbye. That's enough. I'll keep you on Rumble, but I'm not going to keep you here. Chad Buzamok says it took 1 hour of power for Turtle. That was it. That was it. He honestly, Turtle got 1 hour of mod power and he went fucking insane. He couldn't handle it. Numero uno with $1 says double A gap blitz. That's what Nick used to call it when he finished on your chest. No. But does it even matter when I say no? I don't think it does. All right, $75 away. Make me feel pretty. We got 20 minutes left, and a lot of it's going to be me just hitting refresh and looking at the screen and going like this. I just want a W. I want one of these. I want one of these built in my neighborhood. I want these to be put in like the Mall of America. So this is somewhere in Asia. I don't know where it is. But they built this bridge, and this bridge has heavy glass panels. All right, so when you walk on it, you're walking on that really heavy glass. Like, it's not going to break. You could, two guys could just face plant into one panel, and it would never break. But they did this really awesome thing where they put this affect on the glass where when you step on it, it looks and sounds like it's breaking, and people freak the fuck out. This is the greatest thing. You know what? Let's big screen this. While you guys are throwing in $20, $30 over on PayPal, Streamlabs, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, clicking those links that are in the chat and hitting that $75, enjoy this. I want one of these. So it's such a great idea. He's fucking panicking. It reduces grown men into infants. They get on their hands and knees and they just start crawling. That guy just keeps walking. This guy is pissing his pants thinking he's about to die. Now, first of all, if glass is cracking and breaking underneath you, you would not put your bare hands on it. They scared the shit out of those kids and made them think they were going to die. Oh, isn't that hilarious? And not traumatizing at all. It really is the simple things that make me laugh, that entertain me. I would love to have one of those. I love to have 2 or 3 of them, to be honest with you. Numero uno with $1 says, imagine having the power of a YouTube mod wrench going immediately to your head. Yeah, it is insane, isn't it? It's pretty crazy. You get a YouTube mod wrench. First of all, I'd never want one. But even if I was given one, to then go, finally, for once I have some real fucking power. Scott with $20 over on PayPal. I knew somebody would feel bad for me at some point.
We want the gold, sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
$55 away from tonight's goal. There you go, guys. 55 away. Let's go. Let's get it in 15 minutes. We can do this. We can do this. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chat. Did he just fucking ban Bocephus Negromancer? I like him. What the fuck? Turtle Steel Shell says, I feel bad. Make me a friend or laugh first. Don't come for my crown. All right, goddamn it, Turtle. You're losing the Rumble one too. He just now look. Am I entertained? Yes. Is it funny? Of course, it's funny. God damn it, is that fucking enough? Yes. God damn it, that's fucking enough. All right, Turtle, you got this a little less than 2 hours ago. How about Doom? It held on to their mod ship for 3 months now, and you haven't been able to. God damn, man. Help me to help you. Numero uno with $1 says, Turtle crash out in record time. Really was. Papa Shop says, this is badass and extremely cool. It is kind of funny, but now I have to go see if Bocephus is gone, and I have to go bring Bocephus back from the dead. $55 away from today's goal. Thank you guys very much. Keep it moving. Keep it going. Couple of 20s, and we're good to go. All right, muting. Nope, he's good. All right. He's good. We don't have very many people muted on Rumble. Maybe it's time to let them all out. Maybe we should look into it. All right. Sam Show says, now ban M just because it's funny. All right. If you guys knock out that last $55, we'll ban Citizen M. How's that? Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. Throw in a couple of bucks, and we'll kick his ass out. Professor Tie-Dye tweeted this. If Aaron Imholt makes me a mod, I'll send him this shirt. I'm not a gorilla, but I can beat off 100 men. But now wait a minute. Here's my thing. I don't want that shirt. Why would you give me that shirt? I clearly, I don't want it, nor do I need it, nor does it hold any worth in my life. I don't understand why you would want to give me that shirt. That seems really mean. Buzamok says the turn on M. No, it's really just me being desperate to knock out tonight's goal. It's really all it is. Buffalo Jockey with $10 says, not the worst show of yours. Thank you, buddy. $45 away from tonight. Thank you very much. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Hammer out that last 45. And let's call it a perfect week of evening shows. Thanks, kids. I'm not going to, I don't think I'm going to ban M. That would be so mean. That would be so mean. All right, Walter with $25. He says, for the wenches, I mean wrenches. Well, it would be the wenches wrenches. That's fair. All right, there we go. $20 away. We got Buffalo Jockey gifting a membership. We're I'm going backwards now. $15 away from tonight's goal. Numero uno with $1 says, desperate enough for something as simple as a fridge tour? No, but thank you for asking again. All right, $15 away. Now, who's getting the mods? It would be Miss Tay. It would be Leah. And I thought there was one other person who was getting a mod. And Buzamok would be it. Citizen M said, was gifted a membership by Buffalo Jockey. Citizen M, you're safe if you pass that membership along. I think you ought to drop a couple of bucks to the toe. We're very nice to you, even though you clearly are very weird and you keep very strange company. All right, $15 away. There's Redbird with $2. Have you tried not being an egotistical narcissist? Oh, you take all the fun out of this shit. $13 away from tonight's goal. Keep it moving. We got more stories to do. Let's do another one. Thank you, Redbird. I appreciate it. Hey, Redbird's moving up in the standings. Where does that put him? Redbird is now at 153. He's only $5 away from second place. Atta kid. All right, $13 away from tonight. Let's keep it moving. A South St. Paul daycare provider. We talked about this woman a little while ago. We got an update on her. She will not be facing any child endangerment charges after a child ingested meth at her daycare. This is, the name of the daycare is, Ricada Caboodle. Oh, that's nice. That's sweet. In a statement, Dakota County Attorney Kathy Keena said prosecutors cannot prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the child ingested the meth while at Pam Bakken's in-home daycare, giving the timing of the onset of symptoms. You see, they drop drug possession charges against people when they can't prove that they were in possession of the drugs. People who were in possession of the drugs, they have to plead guilty. Even assuming the child ingested meth while at the daycare, the state is unable to prove that Miss Bakken knew it was present in her home and that she intentionally or recklessly allowed the child to be placed in a situation to harm the child's health, or that she deprived the child necessary supervision appropriate to his age. That is fucked up. Could it have been her meth? Yup. Could the child have gotten it while in her care? Yup, absolutely. Did they? Probably. Could you sleep at night saying they were guilty? Sure could. But heavy burden of proof. Heavy burden of proof. You see, when they can't prove a case, when it's hard to prove a case, like let's say you've got some kind of felony charge, right? And if they think, well, we can't really prove this, we don't think they're guilty of it, we'll drop that. That's typically what happens. Leah with $2 says the cop must have touched their hair. You're a bad bitch. You're a bad bitch. CJ with $2 says you count every shot, no mullies, play out of bounds, don't lie. Yes, I did take one mulligan. Well, I took one mulligan, but I ended up playing the first shot. So there's that. $10 away from today's goal. There's Professor Tie-Dye with $5. Says I needed a laugh tonight, so I'll skip the shirt and earn the mod like a pleb by slowly paying for it. $6 away from tonight's goal, and then a bunch of mods are getting handed out if we hammer out that last $6. Hey, guys, do it $1 and $2 at a time. Don't do it like 5, 6, 10. Let's do this nice and slow, $1 and $2 at a time. Over the next 9 minutes, we can slow burn that $6 goal. Thank you, guys. All right, we got a couple of stories to do here. The first one, I think this is unfair. You know that the kid who's the son of, oh, never mind. Sanford's son writes, Suffa M, and throws us $10. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Another win for the toe.
Hey, I've got some bad news.
Sanford's son with another $10, and he keeps his lead. Sanford's son now at 226. Sanford's son, if you didn't know, Miss Tay gave you all her money. So you're good there. All right, it's another win for the toe, and that's it. Thank you, Sanford's son. Numero uno, Josh Denny with $2 says, can you start reading only Laundry Room's comments on YouTube? He's the king of the free chat. I will. I've been trying to bring the YouTube chat back into things because they've been doing very, very well lately. I've been reading them during the show, but it's hard to go between both. And Chat Ninja only does the money ones on both Rumble and YouTube, so I can't combine it. I'll figure out a way that doesn't drive my brain fucking crazy. Grand Poobah with $2 says, I want a Rumble mod. All right, let's go into Rumble. By the way, we only have 3.5 hours left of this channel not being a member of the Rumble Creator Program. Tomorrow, we start a new source of revenue for this program. It means less goals. It means less this at the end of shows, which is, I mean, it's fun, but still. Who are we going to? The Grand Poobah wants a mod. He's a very, very long-time listener of the program. Let's go ahead and put him in there. All right. Oh, it says unable to find such user. Let me try again. The Grand Poobah. It says you don't exist. All right, one more time. I think I can do it. The Grand Poobah. There we go. Now he's a moderator. All right, Miss Tay and Leah. Let's copy this. and put Leah in there. Let's get her membership. Leayha. Leayha. Leah is now a moderator. There we go. And finally, let's go find Miss Tay. Someone says you can't spell. That is why it wasn't working. Miss Tayliana. All right. Let's get her in there and she can be a mod. Watch them all go turtle the minute they get any power. And there she is. And where's Boozamak? Where's Boozamak? I got to find his name. Chad_Boozamak. God damn it, Aaron. You fat fucking gay boomer fingers. All right, there we go. Boozamak is now a mod. And you want to see something? M? I told you I would. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't worry, it's not. It's just, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, M. Pizza roll with $9.99 over on YouTube. Thank you very much. Numero uno with $1 says no one on YouTube is worth seeing except for Laundry Room. He is a god amongst chatters. Chad Boozamak says, boom, ban time, baby. I do love the people like Turtle who like a mod roll is like an infinity stone, and the minute they put it in, they go, yeah! Let's go ape shit. I don't even want to look at who got banned on YouTube today after Turtle was apparently going fucking ape shit retarded on people. It was fun, though, wasn't it? It was a pretty fun Wednesday. Wednesday night shows are always, I think we got through more stories than we usually do on a Wednesday evening show, but it was still kind of a rad hang. Wait a minute. What's this all about? What's this all about? Oh, okay. Oh, people just, I was tagged in something and people were talking shit about somebody and I was like, ooh, I want to see. And they were just all shitting on Nick. And I was like, oh, God, that's kind of boring. All right, so we got Chad Boozamak with another clip. He says, as requested, Aaron Imholt, your Friday night plans clip. Now, wait a minute. I have a feeling that this is not about my plans on Friday night. I'm not a gorilla, but I can beat off 100 men. I was reading something. Why don't you put the picture in the thing about the thing I was talking about? Why do you never do that? Hurts my feelings. Tridio with $2 says, play us out with your gay song. All right, just like Bill O'Reilly says, we're going to play that to play us out. Boozamak says, I also want a mod on YouTube. Fucking slow down. I can still take away the one on Rumble, cocksucker. Leah says, did you see Alyssa's 50-minute clip of Nick's shit today? Girl does the Lord's work, so we don't have to watch his channel to mock him. He was real. All I know is he was really butthurt over the Kurt thing. Kurt took him to school legally, and he didn't like that. That's all I know. Other than that, no, I haven't really watched anything or seen anything. The only thing I did watch on YouTube today was I did watch people shitting on Idubbz. That's about it. Boozamak says, accidentally zoomed in too much that time. Oops. Oh, it's because I'm so fucking good looking, right? I figured as much. I figured. One last thing here real quick before we get out of here tonight. Britney Spears put up a new Instagram video, and it's really important. It's educational. It's basically her trying to show you her pussy. That's it. That's the whole video. It's literally just 42-year-old Britney Spears pulling on her underwear, teasing a pussy shot. And again, it's those fucking, it's the dead eyes, lifeless eyes, like a doll's eyes. Like, I get it. Syndicate says I'd still tap that. Sure, me too, of course. But it's the fucking I'm going to stab you with the knives I dance with eyes that really can't. It doesn't put me at ease. Put it that way. And look, everybody in the chat right now is saying still would. Look, that's not the point. The point is it's like a praying mantis or a spider. You're going to, and then she's going to eat you head first immediately after. Chad Buzamak says, morning show is shit. Give us the goods. 1 in the chat for 5 afternoon shows and 3 morning shows. 2 to stay the same. What do you guys want to do? You want to keep your $25 over for next week. You don't want to give that to the morning show, do you? For tomorrow? You give them enough, I think. All right, let's get out of here. We are out. It was another great Wednesday show. Thank you guys so much for being here, for supporting Steel Toe, and for putting a smile on my face. I haven't stopped smiling for 2.5 hours. This was a very fun show. Thank you guys very much. As Chad Buzamak tries to change my schedule on me. Have a great rest of your night. I hope you had as much fun as I did. We'll see you soon.